Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are at the gymnasium of St. Louis Park in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, bringing you girls Metro West varsity basketball featuring the Chaska Hawks on the road in the cold in a hostile environment in St. Louis Park, taking on the Orioles. Both these teams, again, out of the Metro West, but unfortunately for St. Louis Park, they've lost their last 10. Meanwhile, the last 10 for Chaska, they are 8-2. And Paul, I'll tell you, I don't have a picture on my monitor here at this table, just FYI, but we're underway here with the first possession. Orioles in dark, going right to left to begin with, and the driving layup is in by number 4 for St. Louis Park. That's Lauren Pullman. She averages 6.8 per game. Now back quickly underneath. Chaska finds number 33 underneath for an easy layup. Alva Schlitz for, number 33 is Hannah Thull, the senior. Ties it up at 2, just underway here. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us on ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube, and now the turnover for the Hawks, bringing it down the court. Number 13 is Addie Scheider. She averages 20 a game, down low underneath. The look to number 14, that was Reagan Niebuhr, the senior, and she draws the foul. And a nice look from number 13 again, Addie Schneider, the junior, after scoring the first 2 points, gets that assist. And the free throw attempt by number 14, Reagan Niebuhr, misses on the first one. Clock stopped with 16:54 to go. And her second, nothing but net. 3-2 lead. Chaska just underway, first quarter. Very cold outside here in the Twin Cities metro area. Woke up -15, -2 degrees right now. It's gonna warm up next week, so they say, but right now it's cold, but it's nice and warm and cozy in the St. Louis Park Gymnasium. And a turnover, nope, deflected out of bounds. Possession will retain with the Orioles. Down 1, throw in for the Orioles, quickly in to number 2, that is Macy Anderson, number 2 is Gabby Fadden, and she gets blocked. Now back on the other end, that's Addie Schneider, drives a lane, underneath, bounce pass, good to number 14, Reagan Niebuhr. Hawks up 5-2, now here come the Orioles, across the midpoint line, outside shot, big time, taken by number 2, Macy Anderson. And back the other way quickly, that's number 14 for the Hawks. That is Reagan Niebuhr. And I've got my programs mixed up here. That was Gabby Fadden with that outside shot from 3 land. Now, the rebound to Addie Schneider, and her left-handed layup underneath misses. Rebound initially obtained by number 33, Hannah Thull, but taken away by St. Louis Park. Now into the offensive side of the court is number 21, Ella Ludwig. Now to the near wing. Stops, hesitates, shoots off the front rim. The shot taken by number 13, that was Kaloni Johnson for St. Louis Park. Now back on the other end. Chaska really transitions quickly, don't they? They quickly get that ball on a missed or even a made shot. But the turnover will favor the Orioles. They're just down 2 here, 7-5. These two teams met earlier this year, and Chaska got the best of the Orioles by quite a large margin. So Orioles trying to avenge that loss, and now underneath, out of bounds, off Schneider. Possession will remain with the Orioles. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Throwing underneath. Now number 13 for the Orioles, Kaloni Johnson, intercepted. Now into the front court, tipped by the Orioles right to number 10. Alexis Schaefer, she's averaging 11.9 per game, and don't quite have my screen yet, Paul, but there it is. Not yet. All right, now Orioles back into the front court, behind the back. Gabby Fadden having a nice game here early on. Now the quick Shot Pete Maravich style, taken by number 1, Bella Miller, off the rim, rebound, Hawks into the front court. Schneider drives, gets it almost stolen, now into the hands of number 2, Macy Anderson, underneath, rebound, Orioles have it. And that is number 4, Lauren Pullman, into the front court, hesitates at the free throw line, now back to number 2, Fadden. Fadden driving, lowering that shoulder, puts it up and over the backboard, and the outsized number 14, Reagan Niebuhr, and battling with Gabby Fadden, who averages 6.2 a game. She's already got nearly half that, and we have 3 cameras here. That's our end zone camera. ParkTV 16 Sports, bringing all the angles tonight. 3 cameras on the action tonight. Glad you're with us. Now underneath at the low post. Power dribble and in off the board. Nice play there by number 33 for Chaska. Hannah Thull, the senior, putting the Hawks up by 6 with just under 14 to go first half. Now driving the lane from the top of the key was Bella Miller, off the rim, rebound, and the Hawks are off and running. That's 24, Natalie Heyer. Now to the corner, that's 21, Perkins, short, missed everything, rebound into the hands of Amara Schrader. Now into the front court, 21, Ludwig. Now to the near wing. Fake drives, draws contact, no foul there. There could have been one called in my estimation, and that was Lauren Pullman. And the ensuing play is going to be off Chaska's number 21, Ludwig. And here is that contact there as well, but a nice driving layup by number 33 for the Hawks, Hannah Thull. Meanwhile, 20 seconds on the shot clock, 13-15 remaining in the first half, and the turnover intercepted by number 14, Reagan Niebuhr. Coming in with the running hook shot from the left side, Natalie Heyer couldn't get it to go. Rebound though, ends up in the hands of Schrader. She drives, looks underneath, pass, and the miss by number 10, Alexis Schaefer, who's averaging 11.9. And it goes out of bounds off her. And now Chaska showing a little bit of full court pressure here, just tacit pressure as they back off, but still a little bit more pressure on the guards for St. Louis Park. Now into the front court, that's Kaloni Johnson, and a travel as she expresses her frustration there. What am I supposed to do? She did the right thing. She came in, stopped at the free throw line, looked for someone to pass to, and there was just no one there, and she dragged that foot, causing the travel. 11-5 remains our score. St. Louis Park putting on the pressure, man-to-man defense. Now driving the right side, Schrader can't get that shot up. Great defense by the Orioles, Ella Ludwig. She found all ball, and it goes out of bounds right here. Watch Ludwig move her feet and then get all ball right there. Great defense. Throw in though for the Hawks as it went off Ludwig to the top of the key to number 21, Perkins. Rotates it to Schneider. Schneider now drives. She's got great moves. She's a leading scorer and gets one off the board. Rebound, Chaska. Another rebound as they're dominating on the boards, both by number 24, Heyer, and 21, Perkins puts that back up and in. 7-point lead for the Hawks on the road in the cold. Now another turnover almost, except it does go out of bounds off the Chaska Hawks. 25 seconds, and here's that rebound right there, put up and off, and then another rebound by Perkins gets it to go. And we all know offensive rebounds are a key factor to winning if you can dominate that stat. So far the Hawks have been doing that. Now, on the baseline was Schrader. Another turnover. Hawks now underneath will bring it in. Here's that replay right there. Our end zone camera. Caught her right foot on the baseline. Now the Hawks into the front court. Schneider on the wing. Looks to the top of the key to Perkins. Perkins steps back, shoots. Good. 16-5. 11:38 remaining. Orioles now will bring it up over the timeline is number 13, Kaloni Johnson, as I indicated, she's averaging 13.9. Now with it, Schrader drives the right side of the lane, gets pushed to the side into the corner now. Number 13, Johnson from outside, misses, rebound, Schneider. And she's off to the races, to the left wing, to number 10, Schaefer. Schaefer drives with the right hand, off the board and in, and that's gonna bring a timeout for St. Louis Park, as the Hawks were on a run there. As we look at our end zone camera, how do you love that view with the right-handed layup off the board and in? Nicely done by Alexis Schaefer. She's averaging 11.9 per game. And we have a timeout on the court as Orioles are going to talk it over. They're looking for some sort of traction. They came in tonight with a tough record, obviously, 4-20. They haven't won in quite some time. Their last win was way back on January 11th. They beat Blake, and that was the end of actually a good stretch for the Orioles. From January 4th, they beat Apple Valley. Then January 7th, they beat Bloomington Jefferson. Then they lost to Orono and then beat Blake. So they won 3 out of 4 there after winning their very first game of the year way back on November 22nd. But they've had a hard time finding the win column since then. Looking for that to change tonight late in the season. Now driving the baseline, Gabby Fadden draws the foul, and I believe she'll go to the line and shoot 2. So good timeout for St. Louis Park. Results in Fadden going to the line to shoot 2. Such a cold day here in Minnesota. A lot of schools closed, especially in the rural areas. I wondered whether they were going to play this game only because Chaska did close their schools for the day. St. Louis Park 2 hours late. But it is the discretion, and I had a feeling they would play. There's not a lot of snow, just cold. We can handle that. All right, now after the made free throws, nicely done by Gabby Fadden. Hawks underneath, the drive on the baseline by number 11 was Jenna Nelson, and a nice looking pass underneath to 24, Natalie Heyer. She was fouled, and now she'll go to the line. Her team up 11, 10:50 remaining. And that first shot off the front rim, hit the backboard and rolled in. Nice touch by Heyer. 19-7. These two teams met earlier back on Friday, January 24th, and it was a very lopsided score. It was Chaska 83, St. Louis Park 30. St. Louis Park trying to improve on that, and there's a turnover that's not gonna help, and beautifully executed on the break to Addie Schneider. 21-7 our score. Feels like a halftime football score there, but driving the lane, number 21 for St. Louis Park draws the foul. Ella Ludwig, she's averaging 7.5 per game at the line. Team fouls, 2 for either side. Neither team in foul trouble, and Ludwig makes that free throw, nicely done. Now substitutions for Chaska, checking in number 33, Hannah Thull, along with number 14, Reagan Niebuhr. And now Ludwig for her second, and she makes that as well. Now checking in for Ludwig, number 13, Keone Johnson. She's averaging 13.9. Park looking to get her going here. I think I have that right. Nope, she's averaging 7.5. I wrote that down wrong, but nevertheless a good average, and she gets that rebound, Kaloni Johnson. As we approach the 10-minute mark, she brings it across the line into the front court. Spin around move, and she dragged that foot. That's the second time that's happened to her. And turnover again, and the Hawks have it, and they will walk it up the court across the timeline. That's number 2. For the Hawks, Macy Anderson, as they rotate it around to the near side, that's Thull. Now, top of the key, number 11, Jenna Nelson drives on the left side with the left hand, and she's gonna be called for a travel. Boy, that was a late whistle on the travel. It seemed like she started her drive from a little, I thought the free throw extended, but the whistle didn't go till she already made it to her shot. Have to look at that again. Now Gabby Fadden looked like she may have taken an extra step there. No call, but the shot misses. Rebound into the hands of number 11. Once again is Jenna Nelson. The pass underneath to number 2. That was Macy Anderson. Her shot off the rim. Rebound Fadden. Orioles have it quickly. Now Ludwig moves into the front court. Shot off to the, pass off to the far side. The number 33 was Nalani Rusnak. Now with it, Schrader. Fadden looks to the corner, decides to keep it, drives, lowers that shoulder, can't find any room. Now gives it up to Ludwig, takes the running jump shot from the side, and that's off Chaska. And that'll give the Orioles a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Look at the time, just under 9 minutes to go. First half. Score 21-9. There's our end zone camera, and it got awful quiet. Here's the referees right there to the right of your screen talking it over. Not sure what they were talking over. Orioles will have it underneath the Hawks basket, looking to get it in, and she gets it there. It's not over and back. Nicely done by Fadden. If she had tried to grab it before hitting the timeline and carried it over, it would have been an over and back. Very heads-up play by Fadden. Now left-handed shot taken by number 1. That was Bella Miller, the senior, and that draws a whistle. And Chaska substituting again. And we got a push. Foul will be on number 11, Nelson. Her second, personal team third. 8:42 remaining, throwing underneath, 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Orioles, and they finally get it in to number 33, Rusnak. Her shot off the mark. Chaska tried to bounce it off Rusnak, but unsuccessful, and a smart play by number 33, Nalani Rusnak. Just an 8th grader out there, able to avoid. She saw what the Hawk, number 10, was trying to do, Schaefer. She didn't let it happen. Smart play. Now trying to throw it in. They do to Fadden. Fadden now, and we got a double dribble. From my angle, I didn't see that immediately, but that was the call. So an unforced air turnover, if in fact that's what it was. And the Hawks have it with a comfortable lead here in the first half from way outside. That was number 2, Macy Anderson, off the rim, rebound, jump ball called. Possession arrow will favor the Orioles. And now the throw in. And 21, Ella Ludwig will bring it up. Over the line, into the front court. Free throw line extended. Posts up her dribble, now to Fadden. Boy, I thought that could have been a travel there. Off the rim, rebound back, puts it right back and in. Gabby Fadden, look at the perseverance of number 2, the senior. She's averaging 6.2. She's got that already tonight, it seems to me. And now we're gonna have a foul on number 33, Nalani Rusnak, the 8th grader. That'll be her first. Here's Fadden. Look at that turnaround. Bank in just underneath. Now here come the Hawks, number 10, and she draws the foul. 10 being Alexis Schaefer, the senior. Boy, they drive with reckless abandon, don't they? Once they get their mind made up, they're going for it. Draw the contact, get the foul at the line to shoot 2. And that's off the rim. Substitution now for the Orioles. Schrader will check in for Fadden. Fadden getting a well-deserved breather here in the first half. Fast-moving first half, and that went off the front rim, this time successful for Alexis Schaefer. Now the Orioles down 11 into the front court. Boy, that's another travel by 21, Ludwig. So one thing that's noticeable, just the unforced errors. Double dribbles, the travels. When you're overmatched, which may be the case here, those things can tend to exaggerate or occur more often. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for there. But it's important the Orioles just keep their wits about them and play good fundamental basketball. Try not to do too much. So far, they're still in this match. That shot taken by Bella Miller off the board. Rebound into the hands of Macy Anderson into the front court for the Hawks. The give to number 13, Addie Schneider, and the whistle and the foul will put her at the line. Right here, the reach in by Schrader, but they're gonna call it. Let's see, they're gonna call it on number 1 though, Bella Miller. That'll be her first personal, team 5th, and at the line, number 14, Reagan Niebuhr. Now substitutions, Niebuhr will check out for the Hawks. In for her, once again, Schaefer. Now into the front court is Ella Ludwig, the 8th grader herself. Young team, the Orioles. They're learning on the fly here, like we all do in life sometimes. Now into the front court. Underneath, good look by Schneider, and she finds number 33, Thull. That was a nice looking pass there by Schneider. She finds Thull all alone underneath. 27-11 now. The lead has been extended by 16. 6:24 to go. Now the turnover against Schrader and an easy walk-in layup for Addie Schneider. She is beginning her assault on her average of 20 points a game right there, number 13, Schneider. Having a great year as a junior for the Hawks. That ball missed, and now underneath, and foul is going to be called on Bella Miller. She attempted to grab that ball on the rebound right here. Look at that look by Schneider. Great peripheral vision. Allowed her to see Thull underneath. All right, now here come the Hawks. Up 18. Again, earlier this year, they won by about 50. They've won 8 out of their last 10. And that trend seems to be continuing here in the first half. As you're watching ParkTV 16 Sports, glad you're with us. We're streaming live on YouTube. That shot off the mark taken by number 10, Alexis Schaefer, and underneath, and a foul this time going to be called on the Hawks on the reach-in. That'll be their 4th team foul. The Hawks are in the bonus going forward. Any more non-shooting fouls will end up in a 1-and-1 for the Hawks. Now with the ball, number 13, Johnson into the front court, turns, drives, kicks it out to Fadden. Fadden fakes the shot, drives the lane, gives it up to Miller from the top of the key. Her shot off the front rim. Rebound into the hands of number 10, Schaefer. Schaefer to the front court, bounce pass underneath, and good to number 14, Reagan Niebuhr. Or excuse me, that was 24 instead of 14, Natalie Heyer. Good looking play there by the Hawks as they extend their lead to 20 for the first time in the first half. Ludwig from way outside gets it to go. And maybe that's what the Orioles need to start doing, is just putting up those threes. If they can make that shot, that's their best play right there. This is big time, folks. That's far out there. That takes a huge amount of strength to throw that ball up there. That's no problem whatsoever for Amara Schrader. Or Ludwig, I should say, 21, made that shot. I say keep more of that. Now the shot by Schneider off the mark and off the Hawks. Start shooting threes, Orioles. That would be my recommendation. Why not? All right, now here comes Ludwig. Let's make the Hawks come out and draw you in, then go underneath. Now Ludwig comes in. This time she drives it in. That's 2 in a row. Give her the ball. She is hot right now. 31-16. Now the Hawks into the front court. Orioles got to be feeling a little bit more confident after those last 2 times down the court. Underneath, out, rebound. Now a chance for 3 baskets in a row to go on a little run of their own here at home. 4:17 to go. Now Bella Miller drives the lane, comes in, can't get it to go. Looks for relief from the official, not having it. Now back into the front court. Schneider drives, stops, shoots off the rim, rebound. No call there, and Wrestling it away is Kaloni Johnson. Orioles now get into the front court, and what do we got here? And a foul on Schneider. Nice job by number 13, Kaloni Johnson, and this Orioles team starting to show their grit. And look at that three from outside by Ludwig, and nice camera work by our crew, just catching that swish. Suitable for framing, I should say, Ella Ludwig. Now throwing underneath, nice get there by Kaloni Johnson. She drives in and gets blocked. It's gonna remain with the Orioles. Oh, that went off Kaloni Johnson. That shocked me from my angle, although it's not the best angle. I thought that would remain with the Orioles, but they're still on a 3-basket run here. They've had 2 stops, looking for a 3rd one now on the Hawks, as we're already under 4 minutes to go. Now to the near wing, number 21 with it, Perkins. Rotate, nice defense by Johnson as she tried to deny, couldn't quite get it. Hawks recover, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ball rotates to the far side. Nice ball rotation by the Hawks. You cannot deny that, and off the board and in by Heyer, and now a whistle and a referee's timeout here, and they're gonna, I don't know if Kaloni Johnson had an injury there. I'm not sure. That was like a referee timeout signal, I thought. But it looks like well, I don't know. She's going to go over and talk to the trainer. You can see in the far side. And Ludwig fires away. Are you kidding me? Number 21, Ella Ludwig, the 8th grader, is on fire. 3 baskets in a row for the Orioles. Give her the rock. And now a travel call on Chaska, and the Orioles got something cooking here with Ludwig. Feed her the ball. When you're that hot, it comes in streaks. It's the human condition, and right now Ludwig is in a good condition, making 3 in a row. As they try to get it to her, defended well by number 21, Addie Perkins. And Ludwig is becoming an intriguing story here in this match. Just an 8th grader out there. Future looks bright for this Oriole team. And no, that'll be fine. If she can get it, she'll be fine. There's Ludwig. Ludwig's got some skills, doesn't she? Coming in like a point guard, kicks it to Fadden. Fadden drives the baseline, runs into the double team, and they're gonna call the travel from behind. Not sure about that one. But she did run into a very tall double team. This Hawk team clearly taller overall. Let's see here, Ludwig. Look at her ability, though. Fadden drives the lane. I'm watching here. I don't know. Hard to tell. Too many legs there in the way to see clearly from our vantage point. Unfortunate for the Orioles. Now on the near side. Driving the lane. Heyer comes in. Onto the rim and in. Rebound. Guess who? Ludwig. What can't she do? Into the front court, she drew contact, no foul there. Now driving the lane, another 8th grader. She tried to find Bella Miller all alone in the corner, but a good defense along the baseline by number 11 with Jenna Nelson. Clock stopped, 2:06 to go. Entertaining first half, glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. The throw in by Miller, she gets it to Schrader at the top of the key. 23 on the shot clock. Now at the top of the key, Nalani. Never heard that name. Nalani. And guess who? Ludwig. 4 in a row. Give her the ball. Nice playing by Ludwig. Maybe a breakthrough evening for her. All right, now driving Jenna Nelson in the lane. 3 seconds, no call, and the nice cut by number 10, Alexis Schaefer. And that was all Schaefer because she saw her teammate in trouble. She saw the lane, went for it. It was recognized. Now Bella Miller able to get away. Could be a chance as she has numbers going in with that running scoop layup. Couldn't get it to go, and now a foul going to be on Fadden on the rebound, the reach in, number 2. And that'll stop the clock with 1:17 remaining. 14-point differential. Park has picked up their play here as Bella Miller couldn't quite get that to go. It's been all, though, Ella Ludwig keeping the Orioles within a reasonable scoring distance here, but at the line, number 11 for the Hawks, the freshman Jenna Nelson. And she rattles that home. 1:17 remaining. And the shot taken. Good. 38-21, our score. 1:14 remaining, into the front court. Bella Miller. It'd be nice for Ludwig and the Orioles if a few other players could get into the scoring. Bella Miller has been taking her shots, just unable to get those layups. That's her game, isn't it? Her jam, as they say. She comes in, this time she goes to the right side, but that's just great defense by Natalie Heyer. She had position, body control, got the block. Now the throw in, and it's taken by Addie Schneider. What are you gonna do? In and off the rim. That's why you don't want to give up. Guess what? Guess who has another rebound? Ludwig. I am becoming a huge fan of Ella Ludwig. Brings it across the line. Front. Look at her dribbling skills, folks. There is a star in the making right there, Ludwig. Just an 8th grader out there. Now Chaska into the front court, up 16. Orioles looking to get on another mini run here with a half minute to go, and that's not gonna help. There's Natalie Heyer, and she comes from some good basketball blood. I believe her sister Heyer was a all-state type player playing Division I, I think for the Gophers, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember her first name, Mallory maybe. Now look at the nice move underneath, and Kaloni Johnson couldn't get it to go. She goes up for the rebound, looking for the foul, not getting any help from the refs. Still looking for answers there. But the out of bounds will go against Chaska. Now from our end zone camera, there is number 1, Bella Miller. 8 seconds left though. Johnson got to recognize the clock. Comes in, looks, puts it up, can't get it to go. She was determined to get on the board, and there is the buzzer signaling the end of half number 1. So from St. Louis Park Gymnasium, our score after one half, 39-21. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Stay with us for the second half as we step aside.
And manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports and our end zone cameras. We're beginning half number 2 of the second to the last season for the St. Louis Park Orioles and the Chaska Hawks. Our score 39-21 and half, 18-point lead. Chaska dominating the first half, but the Orioles came on late, but nice early start by Macy Anderson, number 2 for the Hawks. Puts a 3 on the board to start it off, and now that throw by number 4, Ludwig, or no, excuse me, that was Pullman, able to keep it in though. Bella Miller, now Pullman gets it taken away, and it is this time a turnover for the Hawks after the 3 to start the second half. And now a running layup from outside the block by number 10 this time. Alexis Schaefer, and these Hawks are on fire to start the second half. They mean business on the road. But there, number 13, Kaloni Johnson finds the points for the first time in the match. After a few attempts in the first half, she gets that 1 to go, and now the Hawks, they've scored 3 in a row after the break. 46-23, their largest lead of the night. And Ludwig brings it in, gives it to Gabby Fadden. Now Bella Miller picks up her dribble, finds some relief, gets it to number 4, Lauren Pullman, top of the key. She launches one from outside, off the back of the rim, rebound into the hands of Addie Schneider. Schneider on the run. She's got 2 other Hawks with her, and she'll lay it in with the left hand nicely. The scoop layup, and now that's 4 in a row. in the second half. So I don't know what occurred in that Chaska Hawks locker room. But my guess is the Hawks were not pleased with the Orioles' resurgence late in the first half, and they came out, and now a turnover on number 4, Lauren Pullman. Gives it back to the Hawks. Here's Kaloni Johnson. The spin move off the board and in. Nice looking shot there by number 13. Just a 7th grader out there. A lot of young folks out there. Now Fadden, nice anticipation by Fadden, and then she draws the foul. She couldn't quite come up with the steal. As she looks at the referee, not at all pleased and not backing down either. You gotta love that. Gabby Fadden, the senior, averaging 6.2. Still upset about that. Look at that look on her face, the competitiveness. All right, now Addie Schneider. Rebound, nice bounce pass. She threaded the needle underneath to number 14, Reagan Niebuhr. 17-point lead if my math in my head is still accurate. And Ludwig takes that shot. Rebound, though, into the hands of number 4, Lauren Pullman. Now top of the key, the 7th grader Johnson stops, pops, shoots, good. She is a confident player, that 7th grader. The future looks bright here for the Orioles. They've got some confident young talent out there. It's gonna take time for them to mature, but they will, and they're gonna be good coming up here in the next year or two, I predict. Now a foul underneath is going to send to the line for the Hawks. Here is Kaloni Johnson. Look at that. Look at how her balance is when she shoots. She goes straight up. Just a great balance shot there by her. And that first free throw taken by number 14, Reagan Niebuhr, bounces off the rim and misses. 25-point lead as we look at Reagan Niebuhr. And that one good. Substitutions now. And a little bit of token pressure applied by Macy Anderson right there on number 21, Ella Ludwig. And that is going to be the Hawks' answer to Ludwig's proficiency scoring late in the first half, as they're going to put a body on her early. Not a bad strategy if you're the Hawks head coach. Let's see if they continue that. But Ludwig was having her way there late in the first half. Now underneath, Schneider, turnaround, layup off the rebound, in by Heyer. Dominating on the boards. All right, here's Ludwig, and there's Macy Anderson. They are gonna tail her everywhere now. They don't wanna give her any type of space to do the damage, but there she finds space. She had to work for that. This time she was off the mark, her first shot in the second half. Now Schneider drives the lane and in. 55-25. Is there a mercy rule, Paul? I can't remember. 35 is the mercy rule. We're at 25, 35, 40. We're at 30 right now. And now a travel on the Orioles. Substitutions for the Hawks. They've been using almost all of their bench, or a steady rotation of 8, 9, 10 players here. Meanwhile, the Orioles sticking their bench, keeping it pretty short. Now underneath, and good defense by Ludwig. She is one fun player, folks, right there. Number 21, just an 8th grader. Playing huge out there. She'll bring it across the timeline. Macy Anderson, they have assigned Macy Anderson to just live in her back pocket here in the second half. Nice reach in defense, but the ball ended up in Bella Miller's hands, and she walks into the double team. Now Fadden looks at the shot, gets blocked by Heyer, off Heyer. Possession arrow retains. Fadden just showing her frustration there. Cannot find any room to get her game going. Bella Miller will throw it in. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Fadden. She goes up and gets fouled. And clearly frustrated. I will say this in her defense. They are allowing the physicalness to go on, and that's okay. And fat and I think just frustrated with the contact she's drawing, feeling she should be getting a few more calls as she gets that one to go. She's a heck of a player though, the senior. Fierce competitor out there, to be sure. She drains that first free throw and gets the second one to go. She's a senior. She has had it here so far. They're going to give her a rest, let her settle down for a minute. All right, now here come the Hawks as they walk the ball up. Number 10, Alexa Schaefer to the wing to number 2, Macy Anderson, now to the top of the key, higher. And underneath, Macy Anderson, good defense by Bella Miller, forces that ball to the wing. Now back into Macy Anderson, outside the shot taken by 23, Schmitz off the mark. Rebound into the hands of Miller. Now Ludwig, she'll meet Macy Anderson at the top of the key. Gives it up to Miller. 28 seconds on the shot clock. Underneath the Kaloni Johnson, drives the baseline, tries to go in and draws the contact and the foul, and Kaloni Johnson will go to the line. The 7th grader, number 13, will shoot 2. She takes her little warm-up shot. St. Louis Park has 3 8th graders and a 7th grader on their varsity team. Juliana Oleski is an 8th grader. Number 34, haven't seen her yet. Milani Rusnak, saw her in the first half. Of course, Ella Ludwig, I've been speaking her praises. And now Kaloni Johnson, the 7th grader, gets those to go. So they got a good group coming up here in the junior high bracket. And here is a 7th grader. Can you imagine? She was a 6th grader last year, and now she's playing varsity basketball, drives the lane, gets stuffed. Now back into the front court for the Hawks. And the block by Pohl, but the putback by Heyer gets that to go. Number 24 is Heyer, Natalie Heyer, the freshman herself. I don't see how tall they are, but clearly the Hawks have the height advantage. Driving there, Bella Miller. Boy, she's got a nice driving game there from both the left and right side. Is the nice bounce pass underneath to Heyer. And that pass delivered by number 10, Alexa Schaefer. But as I was saying, Miller, she's got a great, she just has got to find the range, unable to finish. She gets herself in position, just unable to make it. There's another one off the mark by Miller. She's showing her frustration. 59-29, 30-point lead. The Mercy Rule's 35, and lying it in, Macy Anderson, and now a whistle and a timeout taken by the Orioles as they now face their largest deficit of the evening. That stops the clock with 12:03 remaining. On a cold night here in St. Louis Park. Good music, good sound system here. AC/DC on the overhead speakers, but a quiet night here. Tough year for the Orioles, right? They're 4-20 as we look at the conference standings, and it pretty much says everything, doesn't it? There's Chaska, 3rd in the conference, 9-3, 14-10 overall, having a very decent year. Especially having to face Benilde St. Margaret's, defending state champions, looking for another one. Orono, always competitive. Look at Orono, 21-3 on the year. Meanwhile, St. Louis Park, 1-11, 4-20, but a very young team, and that's an understatement. It's all a learning experience on their journey onwards and upwards, and this is all part of it. But these young players are getting great experience. All right, now checking in for St. Louis Park. Finally, timeout. Abby Carlson, a sophomore, number 14, checks in for the first time tonight. And Ludwig will bring it up with Kaloni Johnson, a 7th and 8th grader in the backcourt. You don't see that very often on any high school team. And she did shuffle her feet there, so an unforced error by Ludwig. Part of the growing pains, of course. But it's going to be fun to watch her and several of these other Orioles players grow up over the next few years. I expect they will be highly more competitive next year after all this varsity experience for those young players. All right, now underneath, Jenna Nelson, number 11, puts that in. There she is, the senior. or no, she's a freshman. Now underneath, the shot off the board, rebound into the hands of 21, Addie Perkins, and Nelson underneath, can't get it to go. Higher though, she's taller than everybody out there, just from my visual. And she is dominating on the boards, number 24. She may be the leading scorer. I don't keep running stats. And I don't have a statistician, and there was the scoop layup from the left side with the right hand by Johnson, and good defense back on the other side by number 14, the sophomore who just checked in, Abby Carlson. Great anticipation to tip that out of bounds, as she was actually able to get that off a Hawk player to force the turnover. And we are now in running time, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 8 or 9 minutes left. Okay, so we are at the threshold of the point differential, but it's with 9 minutes to go. I think Paul, our producer, was just telling me now slow to get up in the back court. Number 0, Amara Schrader, favoring the left lower body there. It looks like she might be all right as she walks it off. As we look at the hardy fans of St. Louis Park here to support their team. And there is the bench of St. Louis Park. And we've got Tone Loke on the speaker during the timeout here. And again, looking at the crowd. Those are the Chaska fans. You can see the gentleman in the front foreground there with the purple and gold. That's the Chaska colors from our end zone camera. And there is the Chaska Hawks bench. And there's their motto for the year with trust on the back of their warm-up jerseys. There it is. Not a bad motto. Got to trust your teammates in any sport, right? How teams stick together. All right, Orioles break their huddle, come from the sideline, check the clock, 10:44 to go, check the score, 36-point lead. Chaska with the ball, looking to extend it on the timeout taken by the Orioles. With the ball, number 13, Addie Schneider, and she'll draw a foul on herself as she is called for pushing off, and they'll throw it on the side. So offensive foul call on, I believe, number 13, Addie Schneider. That's third team to go along with 2 team fouls for the Orioles. Nice rebound underneath by Ludwig. Another stat for the 8th grade point guard. Now with it, number 4, Paulson. Top of the key, picks up her dribble. I thought she may have traveled herself right there. Now Carlson. And underneath, Kaloni Johnson gets to go after she was tripped in the lane. And she is now starting to find the range here in the second half after going 0-4 in the first half. Now to the near wing. Nice bounce pass underneath. Driving, shooting. Number 23 is Schmitz. Now in the corner, outside, 3-point shot. Misses everything. Rebound, Kaloni Johnson couldn't quite hold on to it before stepping out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Hawks. And here was Kaloni Johnson. She took a little shove there from behind, didn't she? No call, and she gets that to go. The 7th grader. Trying to think when I was in 7th grade. I played 7th grade basketball, but that was about it. Shop class. Shot from outside. Nice mid-range jumper by the leading scorer for the Hawks, Addie Schneider. Averaging 20 a game. Not sure she's there tonight. Ludwig takes a little poke, able to hold control of that ball. Now from way outside, the shot off the board, taken by number 4, Lauren Pullman. Now back, Addie Schneider stops, pops, and that is a big-time play there by Addie Schneider for her to drive the length of the court, stop, go straight up, under control, and make that shot. Now Ludwig comes in and tries to put it right in. I thought she was going to try it off the board, but she went right for the rim, and it came right back out after hitting the back of it. Now back into the front court for the Hawks, Schneider. And now we got a push underneath, going to be called by number 23. Away from the ball, Ayla Schmitz. Let's see if we can detect it here. Well, that was an earlier play there by number 13, their leading scorer, Addie Schneider. Look at the eyes there, our corner camera. That's what I call it in the hockey matches. I might just keep calling it there because of the alliteration. Corner camera sounds better. He's kind of in the corner. There he is. You can see him right to the left. Those are great camera angles. Absolutely love them. Just brings into focus. Players' looks on their faces. Just says everything, doesn't it? All right, now top of the key, number 4, Lauren Pullman. And another travel. Just the pressure is just putting it on these young players, causing them to drag their feet. And the turnover favors the Hawks. They lead by 38. Now into the front court to the near side, number 1 with it. That was Kara Moger, a junior, who's in. Now she's wide open from three-point land, off the back of the rim. Far rebound on the far side. Retrieved by number 12, Kaesong Wangmo, who's checked in for the Orioles. So both teams going to their bench here with the score as it is. Now at the top of the key to the near side to number 12 again, Wangmo. Wangmo, nice crossover dribble, comes in. And could have been called for a travel, but they let that one go. And the shot taken from way outside by Schrader off the front of the rim. Rebound into the hands of Schmitz, but then the foul by Schrader. Or excuse me, number 4, Pullman. Or Schrader is the call on the foul. She reached in after the shot. And the clock continues to wind down here. And I think we are in the mercy rule, if I'm not mistaken, which means it's running time with the ball checking in for the Hawks. That's number 40, Morgan Donahue, the junior, to Nelson. Back to number 1, Moger, who's checked in off the board and in high off the board from outside. Nice shot by Kara Moger, the junior, checks in here in the second half, getting her first 2 points of the night. Now to the front court, Kaloni Johnson, the 7th grader. I'm so impressed with that, I gotta tell you. These young players just putting it up there. Now, Kaloni Johnson gets the rebound and puts it up, the tough girl. Really having a nice second half, number 13, Kaloni Johnson. Honestly, I just am still processing that she's in 7th grade, playing varsity basketball and playing well too. Just showing no fear out there. None of these girls are, despite their youth and inexperience. Great core attributes for them going forward, and Kaloni Johnson gets them to go. Hey, there's some talent here on this Orioles team. Just give them time. I'm already looking forward to next year and seeing these players grow up. All right, now here come the Hawks. 6:02 remaining. Into the front court, Kara Moger. Underneath to number 40, Morgan Donahue. The turnaround jump shot off the rim and the board. Rebound into number 20's hands. Caden DeBruyne, the senior, who's checked in. As both teams starting to go to their bench. Now, Ludwig, who had such a great ending to the first half. Now Kaloni Johnson is having a great second half. Looking for the shot, tried to get fed underneath, nothing there, and the Hawks had that one covered well. Now to the front court, number 40, Morgan Donahue. Top of the key, number 1, Kara Moger. Moger now waiting for the offense to get going. Finally, she gets number 5 to the right side. That's Mallory Allen, who's checked in. The pass under Allen drives. She draws the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Clock continues to wind down here. Under 5 as we go to our end zone corner camera, and Fadden's going to get whistled. And that is her 5th personal foul, and she fouls out. And the free throw attempt missing by number 5, Mallory Allen. Now checking in for the Hawks, number 35, Sophie Kruger. Good, strong fan contingent from Chaska made their way up Highway 212 or over, or up 169 past Lions Tap, Flying Cloud, across town to Highway 100 in St. Louis Park. on a very cold night, supporting their Chaska team, who's having a very good year. Third in the conference. Now from the outside, the left-handed shot taken by Morgan Donahue, and underneath the rebound, put back up by Sophia Kruger, who had just checked in, getting her first 2 varsity points tonight. Now that is Kiloney Johnson, outside wing to number 12. Wang Mo puts it up there, and look at that nice looking shot by number 12, the junior. Where's she been? Nice shot, beautiful. I sat right behind where she was shooting. That was a pure looking shot by Wang Mo. Great form, now driving, another, boy, that's also great form by Morgan Donahue. A lot of great talent out there. Now Ludwig to the near side, Kiloney Johnson. Boy, those two are gonna be the tandem point guard for the next 6 years, aren't they? 5 years anyway. Now Ludwig puts it up off the back rim. That young girl is launching those things up with unbelievable accuracy. That time with a hand in her face and just about made it. Here, Wang Mo, here's the angle we had. Watch that shot, just bang. The follow through, nothing but net. Put that one on the mantle. Suitable for framing Miss Wang Mo. Meanwhile, whistle out of bounds. Hawks will retain possession. And our clock continues to wind down. 2:34 running time. Hawks with possession. And Wang Mo got an interception after making that last shot. She's having a nice second half off the bench, and now into the front court, and in transition, the foul is going to be called on Kara Moger right there against Ludwig. Now the throw in by Bella Miller. Now Bella Miller at the top of the key, and a whistle from the near side. I'm not sure what that's about, and referee is looking. He was looking over to the left side. I'm not sure what for. All right. Clock stopped with 2:01. I do not know what that was all about. The Orioles had possession, and they still do. Guy blew the whistle. Now the inbounds pass underneath. Nice. Oh, I love that sideline play. Into number 3, Ella Tabor. Now back on the other end, Bella Miller makes an unbelievable defensive play. Great hustle by her. Right here, Bella Miller times that jump and swats it away. Bella Miller, that one is suitable for framing right there. Put that on your lifetime highlight reel. That is an unbelievable and great camera work by our crew here at ParkTV 16 Sports. That was spectacular. Now Ludwig, another nice move. She came in and she got tripped up. Could have been a foul call. They're going to let it go. Meanwhile, on the other end, the layup taken by number 1, Moger. Rebound underneath. Shot taken off the rim by number 35, Kruger. She gets her own rebound. This time she draws the foul, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. That'll be the 5th team foul on the Orioles. 16 fouls on the Hawks, but 1 minute remaining in our running time contest, and at the line is Sophia Kruger. A little short on that one. And Ludwig will take a seat for the night, and she does draw a nice round of applause from the hometown to recognize her efforts there. And the second attempt by Sophia Kruger is good. Now the throw in. Wang Mo picks up her dribble to the far side to number 14, Abby Carlson. Carlson spins off the board and the rim, can't get it to go. Unfortunately for her, rebound into the hands of Kara Moger for the Hawks. Cross the line, 9 seconds to go. Hawks are clearly gonna win this game. The question is, they're gonna take another shot? No, they're gonna decline. 1 second remaining, and there is the final buzzer, signaling the end of the match. Our final score, 77-37. Hawks go to 15-10. Meanwhile, the Park Orioles fall to 4-21. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our production here at ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Have a great night.